Views and opinions portrayed in this video are just that, views and opinions. Do not get triggered by what is said. Both Alex and Ed understand that they are not perfect by any means. But please sit back, drink some tea, and enjoy.
Dun 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 dun. We've not got a unit. With guerrilla filming today in a car park because we don't have a unit and there's clearly human feces. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Ed, don't go near it. It could be toxic.
It could be Unicron.
Anyway. That's a very good impression.
Show yourself.
That's a very good impression.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome to SULKNATIONtv. In this episode, well, we're gonna have a discussion, aren't we, Ed?
Yes.
We're gonna discuss the things other people do on the road that does our heads in.
Can't stand them.
It's so irritating.
And it's freezing. Why have you dragged me out?
Well, I mean, we've got to film during winter.
Yes.
It'll be fine.
I'm like a bear. I hibernate.
Yes, well, I'm going to have to stop you from hibernating. So if it means that your immune system is corrupted by that, then that's tough shit. So
like a Care Bear.
Yeah.
Do you remember Care Bears?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the gummy bears?
No. What was the Care Bear with the rainbow on the? He was just called Care Bear.
Yeah.
That's why it was called Care
Horrid.
Bear. Yeah, but then there was a really evil devil boss, wasn't it, with one big horn? Do you remember?
Yeah, no,
he had a red horn.
I think I've probably forgotten all of that.
He was a very evil-looking villain for a bunch of Care Bears.
It's back to the
He
cars,
would have
Ed.
just ripped the
Back
heads
to the
off.
cars,
Alright,
Ed.
fine.
Right, so, do you want to start or shall I start?
I'm going to start
All right.
because since I put the coilovers on the car,
Ooh, let's just
which
set
was
this up.
yesterday, it's already got on my nerves a couple of other people's driving habits.
Right.
So, people can see when they're following me that the car is modified and it's low. So I'm naturally, when approaching speed bumps, going to go quite slow. What I've just picked up and I notice is they go right up your backside every time that you approach a speed bump, thinking you're going to take it quicker and quicker and quicker.
Yeah.
But no, I'm going to get slower and slower and slower.
Driving down into Exeter, I didn't do that to Ed, and I was behind him, and my brakes still need to be replaced. So,
The gripe is they know I'm in a modified car
Yeah.
that's going to naturally go slower over speed bumps, but that doesn't stop them really going up my
No.
backside and pushing me to go faster.
And
So I can't stand that, number one.
so take the camera.
How about you, Swear Prince a lot?
My number one, and this isn't in any kind of order, but I do, for my day job, I do a lot of driving, and I absolutely hate middle lane hoggers. What's wrong with people? Like, why are you in the middle lane? You're not overtaking, move over to the left. It's simple, don't do it. Middle lane hogging, oh, I just kind of, and you always know the sort of person it's going to be.
Call me the Hogmaster.
Yeah, people
I
like
love it,
Ed.
mate. I love it. I find it's easy driving.
No.
I think it's my cruising lane.
See, it annoys me because if
Yeah.
I'm not naughty, but I do like to drive fairly quickly. And
Yeah.
when people are in that middle lane, it's like, right, I'm gonna have to move over there. And usually the person in the middle lane who is hogging it, as soon as I move out to overtake them, oh, they're suddenly going the same speed as me, which is lovely.
Yeah.
And that kind of builds into another one. It's like,
That
why,
is two gripes,
yeah,
isn't it?
why when somebody's overtaking
You naturally
up?
speed up.
That's one of the most ridiculous things I have to deal with daily. It's like, I'm doing however fast, I've caught this person up, but they don't want me to overtake them. Oh, so now they're doing the same speed. You weren't doing the same speed because I wouldn't have caught you up in the first place. You're a dick.
So you can have 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5, right.
There you go.
Did. Come on, Ed.
My turn! Oh, it's like hotspot. It's like, what's the game? Oh, right, merge in turn.
Oh, right.
I can't stand it where, say, you are merge in turn and you're on the right hand side looking to come in. Some people think it's a game and try and push you all the way to the very brim of where someone's gonna smash into each other.
Yeah.
And there's deliberate people that deliberately just speed up as well
100%.
when you want to merge in turn. I can't stand it! Number 2.
Yeah, that's good.
Quick fire round.
For a while, I lived in a horrible village, which was called Silverton, and I do quite a lot of drive around there for videos for the channel. But there's a lot of 60 mile an hour national speed limit country lanes, and then 40 miles an hour, and then 60, and then 40. And what I find really annoying is when somebody is doing 50 in the 60, but then 50 in the 40. So they're happy to break the rules, to break laws by 10 miles an hour in a 40 mile an hour zone, but they're going to drive what? Do they think it makes up for it if they do a 60 at 50? It's absolutely fucking annoying, and I can't handle it.
You can tell he's been a passenger with me.
I find it so irritating. And none of these things we've done so far, I don't think many of our viewers are going to be the sort of people that the things we're moaning about are going to affect them at all.
No.
What I think these gripes are generally for people that drive around a lot, car enthusiasts, modified car enthusiasts, like we've got with the CL9 and the AP1 S2000. If you've got a modified car, people think automatically that you want to race. Yeah, well,
that's another one though.
Yeah.
That's going to be one of my ones.
Right, turn it around then.
Sweet prince. So obviously I've got a race car, but I don't want to race all the time.
No.
I don't know I can beat majority off the line, but they just come up beside me, they want to race, they rev their engines. You can hear their naturally aspirated 1.2 Punto engine.
All courses. Fucking Vauxhall
and
courses.
they want to race. I just want to go to Tesco's to get my bread.
Yeah.
It gripes me. It's my number 3, is that they always want to race me.
Yeah, and I get that, because especially, I mean, I was getting it anyway because my car's black. But I mean, I don't know how well this is going to come out in camera, but since putting this exhaust on, it's become even more apparent that people want to race me. I mean, people always do, because I've got a blacked out car.
Spoilers.
That's debadged, and like, you know, I've got a spoiler, and I've got my stickers. There we go. Good old Kaizen and Chaos Trading on a mission.
Change for the better.
Yeah. Change for the better.
In for the win.
In for the win. And it is massively annoying. It's one of those things where I think as a modified car owner, you get to that point where it's like, when it's accepted that wherever I go, somebody's going to try and race me, and I'm not massively happy about that fact. Even if, to be fair, out of Ed and I'm definitely the one that's more down to just react in that way anyway. Go, oh, you want to race me? Yeah, let's race! Like that, whereas Ed's a lot more calm than I am. I mean, I'm pure road rage, and
I'm like, oh, piss off.
Ed's mild. I'm apoplectic.
Freezing.
That's about all right.
How many have you had now?
That's 2.5 roughly. About 3. Well, we both, let's just say 3.
We're on 3. Right,
another 4.
My 4th one is, I think I was speaking to you about this one the other day. It's when you're approaching a roundabout, and obviously rules dictate you give way to the right. I can't stand it when there's a car, you can see the car coming from a distance on your right.
Yeah.
They're nowhere near the roundabout, so you've got right of way, you go, but they deliberately again speed up, thinking they've got the right of way. I can't stand it!
Mate, honestly, I feel exactly the same. It's people who don't understand how roundabouts work.
Yeah.
It's like, You give way to the right. That's what happens.
When they're there.
Yeah. It's like I've been
Yeah.
when I drive. Like essentially, when I go and pick up Esme after working in Plymouth, she'll be at my mum and dad's in Saltash, and the way I go out, I go through Devonport in Plymouth. If any of you go that way, there's a mini roundabout, and it's always relatively busy, right? Always, especially at sort of school leaving time or whatever, and it picks up. But like the way I'm going, I give way to the right, which would be there to my right. The car there needs to give way to the right, which would be me. So that car at that third one is the one that's got the right of way. But. No, nobody seems to understand that, so all I do is go, and I've taken it, because the other people don't understand. But, similarly, about indicating...
Yes.
Ed and I briefly spoke about this the other day. So, I mean, hang on, let's talk about this with the cars in shot, Ed, because that's a bit of a nicer background, isn't it?
Yeah.
There we go.
Shit-stained walls.
Yeah, which is not nice. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is appalling. I mean, this car park's 15 quid for a day.
Who's been here? She-Lob?
Yeah.
She's always hungry.
I haven't cracked that one out for a while. But if you're coming off a slip road onto a dual carriageway or motorway, fucking indicate.
Yes.
Indicate before you're at the edge of the road.
You're even at the edge of the road.
It's like I'm driving a lot at night because it's getting dark at 4:30 in the afternoon, and it's like I can see. I'm quite observant. I can see a car coming in the distance, but if it wasn't me, if you're not indicating until you get onto the bloody road itself, what's the point? Don't have indicators, and then don't be allowed to drive.
Take the bulbs out.
Because that pisses me off.
Yeah.
Pisses me off a lot. 4-ish, or I don't know. We've got 2 left. Let's do 2 left. 2 more. One more each.
One more that pisses me off. Yeah, okay. Right. What really gripes me is when you pulled up behind someone, they're at the lights, it goes green, and nothing fucking happens. Now, I hate being pipped as but I have to pip. And I hate doing it, but they're not moving.
No.
Because they're on their bloody phone.
Oh, that's another one. I mean, you're very... Ed and I hadn't spoken about that one before, but I feel exactly the fucking same.
Nothing happens.
It's like...
Green means go!
Exactly, and I don't use my horn, ever. It's like, even if somebody's going to crash into me, I probably won't beat them, I'll just shout at them, and they won't be able to see me because the car's blacked out. Both my cars are blacked out, and I just look like a pale apparition behind the steering wheel going, ooh. So they're not going to hear or see what I'm doing, but it makes me feel better. But the phone thing, fuck, that annoys me.
I'm guilty.
And it's always van drivers. That's what I notice more than anyone else. It's van drivers, and they'll just be casually.
Or texting, mate. People text, thinking they're getting away with texting.
It's not acceptable. I don't like that. And especially, next year, 2022, there's going to be. You're not going to be allowed to even sort of touch your phone in any way, whether you're stopped or not.
Unless it's on a cradle and you're doing the sat nav or something.
Exactly.
Like that,
so filming will be fine because once you press record, you don't touch them again until you press not record or stop recording. But
what's your 5th one?
Well, there's a little story to do with the. In fact, take the camera. So there's a little story. I've got a nice little story about a phone-based bit of anger. So a couple of years ago, during winter, I'm in the pitch black. In fact, it was when Esme was really small, and I was driving into Exeter after work, and the car in front of me, when the street lights came down, and it was busy, we're stuck in rush hour traffic. When the lights came down, the guy was on his phone. I started getting angry about it, and I'm following him into Exeter, still on his phone. I'm like, are you having a laugh? And I start, because Esme's a baby at the time, and she'll cry, she's asleep, so I'm going, I'm mouthing off, but silent. And to be fair, it was dark, and he definitely wouldn't have seen me. I was getting really angry. I was getting irate. And I was like, I can't believe this guy's still on the phone. Can't believe he's still, this is disgusting. 10 minutes on the phone. He hasn't even moved it. And then we hit a lightened area of Exeter, and I realised he wasn't on his phone. I'd been getting angry with him, and he was wearing a super dry jacket, the one with the big collars.
Oh, right.
And it looked like, the way that it was lifted up against one side, looked like he had his hand up with a phone. And he didn't. So I was full of rage, and then realised and thought, I'm a dick. That's what I thought. I'm a dick.
Bless him and bless
him. So, last one, Ed. Let's
No,
go.
I've done 5, but I'm going to share what I do. That probably would annoy a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Ever since getting the S2K, hello, I've been parking in babies and children's spaces.
Ed,
Do you want to know why?
why?
I don't want anyone kicking in my doors and whacking their doors.
No, well, I
But-
get that. Like, because that person in that Fiesta would probably be the sort of person, classic
But
sort of
I do
person.
have a child,
Yeah.
and when he's in the car, I've got his little booster seat. But when he's not in the car, I still leave the booster seat there.
Yeah.
So if someone could really,
And if we're
go,
together, because people have said I look a lot younger than Ed, then I can pretend to be his son.
Yeah.
And then it's parent and child.
But I would just wave the car seat up and say, "Look, I've got a kid."
Yeah.
That's my little gooey thing of pulling into baby spaces. Not disabled. I wouldn't go that far.
No.
One day I might.
Well, my
Because
last.
anyone can fake a limp.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, I mean, I like to fake a limp, like, especially if
my
somebody's.
groin.
Oh, strain. So, take the camera, Ed. My last one moves into also the bad habit that I have, and so it kind of, I hate it, but at the same time, a lot of the reason it happens is my fault. So, when I drive to get somewhere. I know where I'm going. I don't just.
The purpose of driving.
I will use the maximum speed of every road to get where I need to go. If it's available, if I can do that, then I'll do that. I've got a purpose. And so on my way back on the motorways and dual carriageways that I frequent, there's a lot of cars, and obviously they're motorway and dual carriageways. And as I catch up to people, I think I'm maybe a car and a half length behind them, and suddenly the dreaded brake check.
Oh.
I think it's the most dangerous thing you can do. I think it's retarded.
Out of nowhere.
Just a brake check. And what pisses me off more is if I'm really up somebody's ass, if I'm tailgating, which is probably my bad habit, and my tailgating isn't tailgating like right up to the back, it's like a car length.
Yeah.
And I base it on weather as well, but it's kind of like if somebody's doing 60, why are you doing 60 and not overtaking? Again, middle lane hogging, move over. So I'm gonna get a little bit sort of close-ish. They'll do a brake check and I'll be like, you're a fucking dick. Immediately. Don't brake check. If you don't like me driving quickly behind you, just move over to the left. And I'm not saying that I'm right, I'm infallible, because I'm not. I do sometimes drive a little bit too close. I should be at least 2 car lengths, sometimes I'm 1 car length. But I'll tell you this, the people that brake check me are exactly the same distance behind the car that they're trailing, that I'm behind them. So they're brake checking me, but yet they're doing exactly the same thing as me, but they're doing it at a slower pace. Now I want to get home. I want to get home and have tea. I want to get home and see my daughter. I want to get home. You're doing slow, you're going slow. I had a situation on Holden Hill, which is a big windy bit, and then you've got a hill going down on the way back from Plymouth to Exeter. And it was what turned out to be like a middle-aged man. So I mean, all right, Ed and I are 38, so we're close to being middle-aged men. When I say middle-aged man, let's say 10, 15 years older than us. So late 40s, early 50s. And they were doing very, very, very little miles per hour. We're talking this windy bit, the first bend, it says, warning 50 mile an hour corner sort of thing. This guy was doing the whole bit, the whole stretch at like 40. And I was like, oh, for God's sake. And he wouldn't move over. There was nobody in the left. He could have just moved over, but he didn't. And I was getting closer and he started gesticulating. So I was seeing this, like,
testiculating.
in his rearview mirror. Yeah, I was watching his face in his rearview mirror and watching his hands going like that. Mate, just fucking move. Why get angry about it? I start laughing because my rage kind of builds up and I go, oh, this guy's a dick. And as soon as I put out, this guy's a dick, I'm calm. It's like cathartic to have that little blowout. And I'm just laughing at this guy, gesturing like this. Like, it's like, just move over. It's simple. All right, I'm being a bit of a dick, but I am a bit of a dick. So that's just the way it is. I am a bit of a dick. I'm not going to stand here on camera and go, I'm one of the nicest people in the world. I'm lovely. I do nothing wrong ever. I do a few things wrong, not a lot, but a few things wrong. Yeah. And that does sometimes lead to that hatred of being brake checked. And that's my own fault. But don't brake check. That's as simple as that. If you're not comfortable, just move over. I would. If I'm doing some speed and someone's coming up faster than me, I'll move out of their way because I'm a dick sometimes. But in that situation, I'm not a dick. If they're going faster than me, that's their choice. Whether it's legal or not, that's their choice. I'll move over. Yeah. But yeah.
Oh, there's a chap over there. He's looking at us, but he's all right.
Yeah, it's not the Rosses, is it?
No, I don't know Rosses. I've got a good one. A final one from me. It's oh,
that's an exhaust. No, missed it. There's the Merry Arches. That's the car park we filmed in where the motion sensor lights went off. Yeah, rubbish.
Some have gone off.
There's a lot of like sort of crackheads that hang out in there.
So my one's a bit like, it's a psychological thing, where it's like giving way. So
Yeah.
first thing in the morning, if like I'm trying to pull out of somewhere and someone gives way to me, so that's a really nice gesture. And then I feel like when I'm on my journey, I want to do the same to someone else.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do that. I do that. But when people don't give way to me, I don't give way to anyone that day.
No.
You know what I mean? It puts you in that frame of
exactly
mind.
the same, yeah.
It's that frame of mind.
It's like, oh, if he's not going to let me out, fuck everybody else.
It's
when I finally get out.
It's the Good Samaritan thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if it happens to you, then yeah, I'm going to pass that giving on to someone else.
100%.
But if it doesn't, there's no way you're getting the fuck out.
No, let's have a little tour around the cars quickly, just so there is more car-based footage. Nice one. Ed, do you want to cough on camera some more?
Hello, what do I want to do?
Ed, do you want to cough on camera some more? Nice.
I've got Unicron!
Right, you take the camera, and I'm going to go...
Unicron. What do you want me to do?
Well, just follow me. I'd like to do like a Kate Bush sort of around the cars, and then I'll put music to it. Right, we hope you've enjoyed this off the cuff, let's just talk about things that piss us off video.
Yeah.
If you have, then please subscribe, turn on notifications, go on, do that. Find us on all of the social media, because we're on all bloody social media now, because I've spent time doing that.
And leave comments below what pisses you off.
Yeah, 100%.
And don't say little loud or little Ed.
Yeah, don't say us. Yeah. What pisses you off? You. Yeah, but people, it's like people pick scabs, like you like to pick a scab, right? So maybe we're the visual scab for some people, and they're going to go, oh, we hate you. And it's like, cool, that's cool. I mean, you know, maybe you're that one person that dislikes the videos. At the moment, we get one dislike.
Leave a comment who pisses you off more, little Ed, and see if I can fucking win that one.
Which of us do you think's the biggest twat?
I'm losing, I'm losing.
No, I don't know.
Don't comment. Don't.
I think you're a far nicer person than me. I think the viewing public think that as well.
I want to know what the viewing public, their dislikes.
Yeah, what do you hate?
And if it's very similar to what we've been talking about.
Do you hate people like me that get a little bit closer than maybe I should, and then you brake check me? Because...
Or do you hate people like me who use baby spaces? Because they don't want their precious car being dinged.
Yeah. Or those people that park over 2 spaces and try and get away with it. Because you can do that in a supermarket car park. You can do that, get away with that in. I don't definitely
And they
do that.
deliberately have done that as well.
I don't do that when I'm in
I've done that. I've done that. Ooh. Sometimes you've got no choice in that, it's too big.
But anyway.
We digress.
Yes, we do. Basically, it's just time to please subscribe. I've already said that. I'm saying it again.
Let's get to 1,000 peeps for Christmas.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, we're on 976 at time of recording, so
20 odd more, guys. 24 more.
Anyway, I've been me. You've been you. Ed's been Ed. And well done for that.
I hate it.
Oh, hate. Oh, I'm so
full of hate.